What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day, and we ended up having a very solid, nice day on the VIP once again. On Saturday for college football here, we actually cashed 3 4-man entries and then 1 3 out of 3 over here on the right side of the screen, which was very close to going 4 out of 4. This one just pushes right here, so we do cash it for a 4.5x, which is nice. Would have loved to get that full 8x, but I'm happy with that 4x. This one happened this morning, and I actually sent this one out last night or like Friday night. So if you're on the VIP in Friday, like if you joined the past like 24 hours, you guys should have got this one in. But I will say all the rest of these entries here that you'll see actually got sent out either on Thursday or on Friday. So I tried to echo this all week. I try to echo this every week, but try to get into the VIP as early as possible in the week, because a lot of these entries that I end up sending out on Thursdays or on Fridays, these are the ones that do sometimes end up cashing later in the week when we set them up on Thursday or on Friday, because literally Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all I am thinking about the entire week is just trying to get setups for the weekend to go ahead and you know, cash on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday into the weekend here. So that's exactly what we did here. And we do have a couple of setups going into tomorrow. We have this for the Titans and Colts game. We also have this one for the Giants game. And then there were some very close misses. You'll see here on the bottom right, it looks like it's hidden behind here, but we did take Caden Salter under, and then we take Joseph Williams under in this Colorado game. Right now, Caden Salter has like 40 yards in this Colorado-Utah game. It is like 45-0. I really should have took Caden Salter under and more things. I was taking him under pretty much all season long, and we did take him under again, but unfortunately, this guy gets one last headshot, and I remember watching this game here, one last headshot at the end of the game, and then this one was also a very close one by Omega Blake. Now, I do want to say that we did have a very solid day. We have had very, very solid weekends back to back to back so far, and obviously we still have the NFL to go through tomorrow and a lot of NFL games. So as I said, this was Saturday. Again, I think we went up around, I would say like 12 to 13 units. Right now my graph is showing about like 17 to 18 units, but we still have some bets coming in, settling some losses that need to settle through and kind of count as like minusing out the profit loss, right? So again, these things are always going to kind of slowly churn in and stuff. But if you guys did not know, also guys, last weekend we went up and probably had our best weekend ever last weekend, and we went up 60 units alone last weekend. This is literally Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of last weekend. Absolutely incredible weekend. And the weekend before that, we went up 40 units alone. All right, so 40 units 2 weeks ago. 1 week ago, we went up 60 units, and now this week it looks like we're up about like 12 units or something like that, 13 units, 14 units, somewhere around that ballpark. And I did mention that in yesterday's video. It's been a much scrappier week, but I'm honestly like, I'm very proud of this week, or like this is a very like kind of lunch pail week where we came in, not everything went our way. It's not like Counter-Strike just had a ton of setups for us. You know, the past couple of weeks where we had those amazing weeks, we came into the weekend with like, or college football with like 12 setups or 13 setups. I think we came into college football with like 7 setups today or 8 setups, and even some of the second half plays didn't even hit very well and stuff. But overall, we still had a very solid day, just kind of getting the job done, doing the dirty work, and yeah, happy about that. So if you guys don't know, I try to track absolutely everything. You'll see here my record. This graph here is since May 1st. I had trouble tracking everything for the whole year, so I kind of had to separate my tracking. So this is May 1st till now, and we are up 161 units. And then from January 1st to May 1st, we are up 113 units. So adding those two together, this plus 113, that means we're up 275 units on the year so far to this very date. And if you go back to October of last year, this is like early October last year, we're up 280 units at this time from January 1st to October last year. So we are well on track last year. I mean, we're a little bit behind pace, but we are still well on track, and especially these past 3 weeks have put us completely back on track. If you guys don't know, we went up 600 units last year, and my goal is to always beat the next year and always get bigger and better things. 600 units is a very, very tough feat to beat. And you'll see here, part of the VIP, guys, is that we actually lose a lot more than we win. So that does not matter profit-wise. All that matters is the profit profit and how much you're winning and how much you're actually gaining money in your PrizePicks account. And trust me, if you're in the VIP, please comment down below, because you guys know you have made a lot of money in your PrizePicks account in the past couple of weeks. But you'll see here, we actually have close to 1,000 losses so far since May 1st, and we just have a little bit over 300 wins. And again, that's because if you look at the plays that I take, guys, I'm taking 4-man entries, 3-man entries, stuff like that, right? Now, I do want to address the elephant in the room, which is yesterday's college football plays, and they were absolutely horrible. We legitimately went 0-6, and I cannot believe my eyes that we went 0-6. This was crazy. I really don't have any excuses about it. I want to just come out and say, guys, I'm going to own my losses always. This is really crazy that we went 0-6, and I'm sorry that we did so poorly. So hopefully you guys forgive me that we went 0-6. You know, I get it if you're like, oh man, this guy sucks, but I'm telling you, I have some screenshots on the right side of the screen here, and this play we actually cashed on Monday Night Football last week. So this was the Seahawks-Houston game. We cashed this for 5x. We also cashed this one on Thursday Night Football, and again, these are 5x entries. So, you only need to cash a couple of these to be very profitable throughout the week. And then this one was another play that I actually sent out completely free to you guys as well. All right, so, again, I'm not going to come on here and make excuses, but just so you guys know, we have been winning on this channel, and actually last week we went 5-1 on college football plays. So, I mean, this week we went 0-6. A couple of things to highlight here. Marcel Reed, he had 18 pass attempts in the first half, okay? So I was watching this game, I was like, man, at least we're going to get Marcel Reed to go over, because there's no way. Going into halftime, by the way, this score was 14-18. They were losing. So I was like, guys, they're losing. They gotta pass the ball more. They're losing in this game. He's going to easily get this pass attempt over. He throws the ball 3 times in the second half. That is, of course, because they have a very long run to score a touchdown. They have a punt return for a touchdown, and then I think they get a fumble recovery or an interception or something like that, and get a short field and stuff like that. That was insane. And then Avery Johnson was probably the only other one that was close. Maybe Carson Beck too was actually kind of close. He just never really got the ball back. But Avery Johnson got a 75-yard pass as his very last pass of the game, and did not throw the ball one extra time after that. All right, so he got one crazy long pass at the very end of the game, and then he just runs the ball out, kneels the ball out, because they obviously crushed Kansas. So again, I'm not here to make excuses. I'm just telling you guys, there were some close entries on here. At the end of the day, though, it didn't look very good. And again, hopefully you guys appreciate it that I show my losses, I show my wins and losses. If you guys want to see more losses, and this is the main thing that I always want to talk about on this channel, guys, is that you'll see that I'm hitting these 4-mans and stuff, and I'm showing you guys these 4-mans. Like, here's the 4-mans we're hitting, like boom, boom, it looks great. And again, these are 8x entries, 8.5x entries. So if you go through and count 8 losses, like if I counted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses, this one entry right here would pay for 8 losses, okay, on top of itself. So this entry just right here pays for 8 losses. But again, I do want to tell you guys, and I mentioned this with showing you the graph, that we do lose quite a bit, right? You'll see here, very correlated. I took the Baylor guys over. For some reason, they did absolutely nothing today. Sawyer Robinson, one of my favorite quarterbacks all year. He was losing in this game. I'm like, guys, they're going to pass the ball a ton. He literally gets 30 yards somehow in the second half. So the second half plays honestly didn't do very well. You'll see here in Oklahoma game, they were also losing in this game. And I was like, guys, they're going to throw a lot. Second half, they're going to throw a lot. They're losing. This is normally what happens. If you guys know, we crushed it with second half plays last week and the week before. And yeah, they just did absolutely nothing in the second half. So, you guys will see here that they are very correlated. Same thing here with this Virginia Tech team. If this guy would have thrown for, let's just say, 150 yards, then this guy right here probably would have got, I don't know, 30, 40 of those yards, and he would have went over together. So this is the strategy we use, guys. It is called correlation. That is why we have these massive weekends. You'll see here last week in college football, what did I do? I took Sawyer Robinson over in the second half, and you'll see in the second half last week, he threw for 200 yards, all right? So hopefully you don't blame me that I took him over in the second half of this week and only gets 30 yards, right? Just that is sometimes how betting is. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. And yeah, so after that very long introduction, let's go ahead and jump right into the plays. First play of the day is going to be on ONYX odds, guys. If you don't have ONYX odds, guys, well, you definitely should get ONYX odds, because they are giving away $115 in completely free entries right here, all right? So you'll see here, they give out 4 $25 free entries if you sign up for ONYX odds today. So 1, 2, 3, 4 free $25 entries, and then 1, 2, 3 free $5 entries on ONYX odds. All you have to do is sign up with ONYX with my code detective. My code, you will get my code by texting me the word ONYX to my number up here on the screen, all right? My number is 512-270-0440. This is my personal number that I will respond to you back to in the next like 5 to 10 minutes of you after you text me. So just swipe up on if you're watching on your phone on YouTube, just swipe up, start texting me the word ONYX, guys. You'll get $115. It does not get better than that to bet with on whatever you want to bet on. Honestly, you can bet on whatever you want on ONYX odds. They have player props, they have spreads, they have money lines, and again, it is available in all of these purple states that you see right here, okay? I get this question a lot, like, is this number an automated number, like a robot or something? Like, no, it's actually my number. Like, I'll get this a lot where people text me and they'll be like, hey, is this actually real? And I'll be like, yeah, here I am, I'm right here. So again, guys, my goal is to get you guys into the VIP, to get you guys money, to make you guys money on PrizePicks. Hopefully you guys have seen this is what I've done over the past months, over the past couple of weeks with all these weekends that we have had, these massive weekends. So get into the VIP early, guys. Get into the VIP, get set up. We're going to have a massive day tomorrow. We're going to have a massive day for Monday. And then all next week, we're going to be setting up for the next weekend. So get into ONYX. Again, the play of the day on ONYX odds is under 44.5 points for this Jets and Bengals game. I think this should be a really solid, easy entry to hit. I'll say one thing, guys. With Joe Flacco and the Bengals, I feel like this has happened like 5 or 6 times when Joe Flacco comes in for these teams. He'll play one game, the first game for these teams, and he'll play like lights out. Like, he looks great. It's like, wow, Joe Flacco, he's got his arm back. He looks amazing. How did he do this after a week of knowing the playbook? And he just looks great. He looks like he can run this offense and put up 30 points a game. And then for some reason, when you get into that second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth game of Joe Flacco starting, he just starts looking really, really bad for some reason. It's almost like he's better off when he doesn't know the playbook, when he doesn't know the players, when he doesn't know the scheme. So it's really weird, but I've noticed that over the career of Joe Flacco, especially this end of his career where he's just kind of this journeyman going on these different teams. So, everyone kind of expects Joe Flacco to come out like he did on that Thursday night game, throw to Jamar 20 times or whatever it was. But I just think at the end of the day, it's still a Bengals run Joe Flacco. And also, if we go over here, the New York Jets, they're probably going to struggle putting up 13 to 14 points in this game. I'll be surprised if they put up any higher than 14 points, to be quite honest. So I think this is going to be a very defensive battle. I think there's going to be not that much scoring going on, and that's why I'm taking the under 44.5 points. All right, guys. So again, sign up for ONYX odds, guys. You are literally leaving money on the table by not signing up for ONYX odds. It's $115 in free bets. I don't know how much easier it can get. I mean, they're throwing money at you. Now, a couple of other things, a couple of apps you guys can sign up for is obviously one ONYX. REBET is another one you can sign up for that is legal in a ton of states. Literally like 95% of the country can use REBET. And then Better is another one you can sign up for. I've also been kind of throwing this in as well for a free month of the VIP is signing up for Underdog Fantasy. And you will see right here, they are running a play 5, get $100 in Underdog Fantasy. So again, I know these weekends are massive. I know you guys want to hit entries, but take the free money when you can, all right? You can literally spend $10 on ONYX. You can spend $5 on Underdog. That's $15, okay? I know you guys probably have $15 laying around somewhere, and you can get $100 in Underdog and $115 on ONYX odds. That is $215 you guys can get completely free, no risk, no parlays you have to hit or anything like that. You just get it completely free to bet on this. And again, you're going to need these apps to get into the VIP and to make money on the VIP, all right? All right, so let's get into the PrizePicks play. Now, I was going to go through and just give out a ton of NFL plays, but I obviously did not really feel like doing that after we just went 0-6. So let's just go back to our bread and butter of hitting some 3-mans here and using correlation to our advantage. So I kind of talked about this a little bit today. I talk about this pretty much every day, guys. We are taking a quarterback over and we are taking a receiver over as well, all right? So sometimes we take the unders together, sometimes we take the overs together. And again, this should make sense to you, right? If Dak Prescott goes out and has an amazing game and throws for 200 yards in the first half. By the way, these are first half plays, so NFL first half. If he throws for 200 yards in the first half, that's going to mean that CeeDee Lamb is probably going to get 60 or 70 of those yards, all right, because he's such a major part of this offense. Now, if Dak only throws for, let's just say he has one of the worst games, the worst first halves, and he throws for like 40 yards, 30 yards, something like that. Now, if he only throws for 40 to 30 yards, you know that CeeDee Lamb is not going to get 50 yards or 60 yards. He's probably going to get, I don't know, maybe 10 yards or 15 yards. He's also going to have a really, really bad half, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Again, if we go back to what we just did, we took Marcel Reed over, for example. We took Concepcion over, for example. Marcel Reed has a great first half, throws for almost 200 yards, and one of his number one targets, KC Concepcion, gets 45 of those yards. Same thing here at the BYU game. This guy gets close to 200 yards, and then this guy gets 84 of those yards because this is one of his top targets, okay? So same sort of concept here. Again, this is what we've been doing for like 20 months now. This is why this number right here in 2024 is so high, because this is exactly what we did all last year through the season as well. It is called correlation, all right? So you're correlating players together. Now, with the Broncos, guys, the kind of this like elephant in the room type thing is that they obviously have Pat Surtain, which is one of the best corners in the league, and also the Broncos are one of the best pass defenses in the league. But I have a theory that the Broncos are only really, really good against bad quarterbacks, okay? If we look at this Titans game, we have Cam Ward. Cam Ward throws for 112 yards. Now, I love Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward's going to do great, but this is his first NFL game ever against the Broncos. He throws for 112 yards, all right? Now, if we look at if we look at the Colts game, we have Daniel Jones, kind of solid quarterback this year. It goes for over 300 yards, all right? So we have a bad quarterback in Cam Ward. We have a pretty decent quarterback in Daniel Jones this year, throwing for 300 yards. Now, Justin Herbert, 300 yards. Again, good quarterback, 300 yards. Now, Jake Browning right here in their fourth game, bad quarterback, throws for under 150 yards, bad quarterback right there. Jalen Hurts, I personally think Jalen Hurts is pretty decent. He just won the Super Bowl. 280 yards from Jalen Hurts. And then you have the Jets game, obviously, Justin Fields. I do not think Justin Fields is very good. Throws for 45 yards. And then we go here to the Giants game, Jackson Dart. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think about Jackson Dart. Is he really that proven? Who knows? But Jackson Dart has looked pretty solid so far and throws for close to 300 yards. So the quarterbacks that they have really done good against would be Cam Ward in his first game ever, would be Jake Browning, and would also be Justin Fields, and probably one of the worst quarterback performances I've ever seen an NFL player have. So with that being said, Dak is playing at an MVP level, and I'm also going to pair him up with CeeDee Lamb because I think CeeDee Lamb could get a 50 to 60 yard catch in this game and go over together. Now, I'm going to make this very quick with this last play. It is Ruler and League of Legends, all right? So I'm kind of stretching you guys a little bit here. We have NFL first half, and then we have League of Legends. So maybe you guys have never bet on some of these props before, but if it's your first time, welcome in, because we do some of these unorthodox plays. Now he's facing HLE. Gen.G versus HLE should be a high-scoring game. It is maps 1 through 3. Ruler is like LeBron in the semifinals of a game, all right? This is the semifinals of Worlds, which is the biggest tournament in the entire year in League of Legends, and he is the best player this year. He is like MVP caliber this year. You'll see the past 4 games that he played versus HLE. This was back in September, so only like a month ago. He gets 9 kills in game 1, 10 kills in game 2, 6 kills in game 3, and then 9 kills in game 4, which doesn't really matter because there's only 1 through 3. So if you add all this up together, that is 25. So he hit 25 last time they played HLE. I think this series, in the 3 games that they will play, I think Gen.G is going to win 2 games, and I think HLE is going to win only 1 game. So I think Gen.G is going to go 2-1. All you need to think about with League of Legends, guys, is the winning team is going to get a lot more kills, okay? You'll see here in this defeat, he gets 6 kills, which is still really good in a defeat. But when you lose, you don't get as much kills as a team. When you win, you're going to get a ton of kills. You're going to get like maybe 8 to 10 kills. And then if you lose, you might only get like maybe 3 to 4 kills, okay? So him winning a lot on Gen.G, which is, by the way, the best team in the world, they're going to win probably, and he's going to get a lot of kills because of that, all right? So this is the play of the day. I know I drew a lot here, but hopefully you guys understand why I'm taking these plays. Again, it's not really that difficult to understand. If Dak Prescott does very well, then CeeDee Lamb is also going to do very well, right? I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. So this is the play on PrizePicks, guys. This is the play on ONYX odds. And again, sign up for these different apps to get into my VIP by just texting me these different words to sign up with my codes. And this is my number up here on the screen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's have a good day in NFL today. If you're in the VIP, please comment down below how much you've won. And just to show you guys that I'm legit and everything like that, it really helps me out. Like, comment, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.